Hi, welcome back. This is Nick Agriam. In this video lecture, I will be discussing solving quadratic equations by the quadratic formula. And it is a formula, so you need to memorize it if you don't get table of formulas when you have your examination. But I'm going to derive it so that if you will learn how to derive it, then you don't need to memorize it. That's the way it is. And the way to derive the quadratic formula is by completing the square. Solving quadratic equation by completing the square. It's the same process. So I want you to go back there if you are not that familiar yet. Go back to completing the square before you continue, so that you will understand what I'm talking about here. Then what I planned here is I'm going to do a parallel. Ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. I'm going to derive the quadratic formula, but to understand that, I am going to give you a parallel example when we did our completing the square. What we did before in completing the square is we don't want the constant on the left hand side of the equation, so we made that 0 by adding or subtracting. In this case, we add 10 to both sides of the equation. So we have 2x squared plus 9x is equal to 10. Then we will do on the general form also. We don't want to have c or the constant, so we subtract both sides of the equation by c. Then that will be 0. Then we have ax squared plus bx is equal to negative c. And then the a, we don't want a there. The numerical coefficient of x squared should be 1. So I will divide this by 2, all terms by 2. So this one will be x squared. You see that now it became 1. And I have 9 half x is equal to 5. I will do the same here. Divide all terms by a. Then I have x squared plus bax is equal to negative ca. And the third term is always a square, half of the second term, half of the second term, and then we have the square of that also. Square. So I will do that now. We have b divided by a multiplied by half, b divided by a multiplied by half, multiplied, squared. Then we have x squared plus b divided by ax plus b squared divided by 4a squared is equal to, if the same, we have b squared divided by 4a squared minus c divided by a. I just changed the position on the right hand side so that it will fits the formula that we will getting. If you've done right here now, this one is x squared plus 9 half x plus 81 for 16 is equal to 5 plus 81, 16. If you've done right on this position now, then you can take the square. This is a perfect square trinomial now. 9/4 squared is equal to by 16 30 80 plus 81 divided by 16. I hope that is 16 times 5. Wait, sorry. 16 times 5, 80. And then just to solve. I will concentrate now on this side of my explanation now. So I will rewrite that on the next. Wait for me. I wrote this the last part of this derivation on the next page. You can see here now. So if we did it right, this left-hand side of the equation now is a perfect square. Then a perfect square says that x plus b divided by 2a squared. If you have doubts on that, then you need to multiply this one, and I hope you will get the left-hand side. And if we expand this by multiplying by 4a, numerator and denominator, then we have b squared minus 4ac divided by 4a squared. And then, if completing the square says that we can extract the square root of both sides of the equation now, then we have x plus b divided by 2a is equal to positive negative square root of b squared minus 4ac. It's not exact, but the denominator will be exact. We have 2a. So if we add if we subtract both sides of the equation by 2a, b divided by 2a, 2a, I forgot to, this one now is 0. Then we have x is equal to negative b divided by 2a plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a also. So what we can do is remove or erase, not remove, erase that 2a there, and we make just one denominator, that is 2a. I will rewrite the formula. A quadratic formula now, if it's ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, then you have x is equal to negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Then we will take some example. I will take some example in the next video. It took a while for us to derive the formula. So keep in touch in my next video. Watch my next video. I will be giving more a lot of 2 or 3 examples by using the quadratic equations. See you there.